I'm a cellist, I grew up playing cello, but I didn't have a space in which to play around and experiment with my cello next to a drummer, for example, or next to a guitarist. Sounds Creative Projects, the company that I run, is about connecting people through creative musical experiences. It's about creating spaces in which people can gather and interact with each other using music as a tool. The Sounds Creative Ensemble is one of the regular Neighbourhood projects that I run. It's for 8 to 14-year-old children who play a musical instrument already, and they come into a space, and in that space we create a new piece of music from scratch. And the connections made in that project are social, they're musical, but also they're about the young people connecting in a new way to their own instrument.
Normally, Tara brings a seed, what she calls a seed, which can be a rhythm, a melody, or a riff, and then we develop together in small groups and also as a big group.
It's quite an organic process. It might be that someone comes up with an idea and then bounced off with another person's idea, and they're like, why don't we put this with this, and then why don't we put this with this? So it's sort of an interactive bouncing off of ideas between the participants.
Each person gives a bit of creativity, and it's nice when you feel that you've gave a bit to the piece to make it better.
We're going to go up to that high note that we...
If you're like in an orchestra and you're playing music, they normally give you the music, they tell you to play it, but when you're in Sounds Creative, they give you a little starter, but then they let you go from that yourself.
I see a lot of kids playing music and looking at the sheet, but when they are creating their own music, they're looking to themselves, let's say, like they're looking how their hand is on their instrument. They listen better, I think, because then they're not like trying to play the right note at the right time. There's this other approach that gives you more intimacy with your instrument.
When I get home and I'm practicing, it helps me to be more free and not just look at the music. I can make something up to go with it. It's a bit like not just going with the rules, having a little bit of freedom to do what you want.
It helps me to come up with ideas of what music I can make.
What I like about this the most is seeing the fusing of different young instrumentalists and how they interact with each other.
You usually just get involved with your own music group. You don't get to work with other instruments, so here we can get involved with everyone else. When it all comes together, you can just hear all the different sounds as one, and they're all as important as each other.
Tara brings together musicians that are not from the same world, so we come together to create new music with everyone's influences.
The outcome is completely different every time, depending on who the leaders are, who the instrumentalists are, their musical tastes.
It's really nice to meet new people, to see how they play and how they make things up themselves, so you can go from that to make new stuff yourself.
The social aspect in the Sounds Creative Ensemble is hugely important. It's not just about the music that's created, it's about those children forging social connections with each other and over the course of the project feeling more comfortable to interact with each other socially and musically.